And then we have the 10 of Discs reversed. Okay. And 3 of Wands reversed, the Empress, 3 of Swords reversed, Page of Swords, Strength reversed, 6 of Discs, 7 of Swords, King of Wands reversed, and 8 of Swords. Then we have 2 of Wands, 9 of Swords, and 8 of Pentacles, or Discs. Okay. In the center, we have the 10 of Pentacles happening. And this is interesting that it's happening right after the High Priestess. And the reason why is, like, when we have an opening, when we open our third eye, when we open blockages that we've had, and it kind of comes flooding through emotionally, spiritually, a lot of times what we thought was our happiness and how we wanted our lives to go no longer applies. And so we are shifting and we are transcending certain situations on the physical realm. So with the 10 of Discs, it's really kind of focusing on that, saying what used to make you happy might not be making you happy anymore, and that's okay. And so that means you have to kind of shift and manifest a different situation other than what you have created. And even though you probably have been putting a lot of effort into what you created, if you're feeling that, no longer it's no longer satisfying, or it's no longer raising you to a higher vibration, then it's just time. It's just time to start working on a different plane. And I'm not saying totally disregard your whole entire life, but I'm sure, Sagittarius, that there's certain situations in your life that you're like, you know what? This just doesn't work for me. I'm no longer there. I'm not at that level anymore. I'm at a different level. So now start to work at the new level that you are on. In relationship, we have 3 of Wands reversed. So this is questioning. Okay, I'm going to give them all to you. The Empress and the 3 of Swords reversed. So this is questioning a relationship, questioning whether you see a future with them. It's also, the reason why you're questioning them is there may have been a betrayal. Somebody might have cheated, might have done something that you don't agree with on an ethic, moral level. And so you just don't know if you see, that a future. You don't know if you see children with them or if you see a relationship with them. And so the Empress upright is really asking you to step up and say, where is your passion? Where is your love? Where's your creativity, and what do you want to birth into this world? And do you want to make this happen with the person next to you? Now, having these two and then having this one here is such a dichotomy, It really is, because it's betrayal, but love and happiness and children and beauty and Venus, And so that's probably how the relationship goes, is on one day it feels great, and the next day you just don't see it happening. All right? However, we have 2 cards in that it doesn't happen, and also that you're getting over a betrayal with somebody. And so to step into yourself, I think you definitely do need to use this High Priestess and this Empress energy. The Empress is ruled by Venus. And so use your beauty, use your creativity, use your passion to acknowledge your intuition and your emotion to make your decisions. All right? All right, and then we have the Page of Swords. We have Strength reversed. And then 6 of Pentacles. So you're getting called to action here. All right, you're getting called to be a motivational speaker, to be a teacher, to lead, to guide through your voice, through standing up in front of other people. But you don't know if you actually have the background, if you have the knowledge for it. You feel like you're not prepared enough to do it. This is here to tell you you are. Like the 6 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords is asking you to step up and rise. Even if you feel like you don't have it, Sagittarius, you do. You do. And if you don't, you're going to find it and you're going to get it together. Now, I feel like I've said this before, and I'm wondering what sign I've said it to. But this is, Strength reverse is, I just feeling like lacking in self-confidence, just feeling really unsure. But with the Page of Swords asking you to rise up, bringing you a message of an opportunity, and that opportunity has to do with leading the way. You've got to muster up your strength, you've got to muster it up to shift things around. And if anyone can make it fun and enjoyable, it's a Sagittarius. So if you guys are given a speech somewhere in Denver or Boulder area, let me know and I'll try to come watch. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Swords, and this is in abundance. And the Eight of Swords and the King of Wands. So this is like a shouting warning to you. Somebody is trying to steal some money from you, most likely, or steal something from you, and you don't want to believe it. Okay, and it's a fire energy, so it could be Aries, it could be like you, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. But they're trying to steal something, and you don't want to believe it because they're so charismatic and they're so funny, and you just think they're a good person, but this good person is doing something is trying to take something from you. I have to throw this out here, Sagittarius, and it's only because it may apply to some. I don't believe that it applies to all of you guys whatsoever, so don't think that I'm trying to be mean to you. But you could be the one who's stealing something, that you're trying to take something from somebody else, seeing as it is a fire sign and you're a fire sign. And it may not even be a physical thing, it could be an idea, it could be a way of life. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes we try to emanate certain people and steal kind of their identity in a way. But it's not worth it. And I don't think that's a lot. I don't think that's many Sag. I don't think it's many at all. But I just wanted to put it out there. Because if you are doing that, it's not going to work out. And it's going to crumble. Because I see a lot of cards that cause turmoil if you create turmoil. You're not going to get off scot-free, okay? However, let's get back to if somebody else is wronging you and stealing from you. There are always signs, and this King of Wands will exhibit signs in like shouting, anger, kind of gaslighting you if you start to catch on, like asking, hey, how come that those funds didn't come through like you said? And like, why are you questioning me? Do you think I'm lying? Do you think I'm stealing from you? And if they start to get heated and angry about it, then that's something to watch. Okay, so just pay attention. And I know, and it's hard for you to pay attention to this in a way because you really respect them and adore them, and you want to believe the best in them. But if they start to make you feel a little uneasy or a little hesitant in certain situations, this is somebody's definitely doing some shysty work around you. All right? Okay, and then in Mind, Body, Soul connection, we have the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Discs. So keep working, okay? I know you're feeling like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I where I am? Why am I who I am? Why? But keep, like the Two of Wands is, you have to plan and then you have to implement. And while you're implementing, you have to keep learning. Okay? And it's a long process and it's not an overnight thing. It's okay that it might be taking a little bit longer than you had anticipated. Are you still moving forward? Are you still doing what you love? Are you building what you want to build? Well, then keep moving forward, even if it's just at a snail's pace. Sometimes it's harder, and right now it could be in a very complicated phase where you only inch by inch get to where you want. But the fact that you are persevering and pushing forward on this is fantastic. All right? So it's asking you to keep looking forward, keep learning, gaining wisdom and knowledge. And even though in those times of worry and like what if, carry on forward. Okay? Turn your back on that worry and look out to the horizon. Let's call on the Mother Wisdom deck to bring it together. The Mother Wisdom deck in honor of the eclipse to our beautiful Mother Moon, who eclipsed out the sun. Okay, devotion, Isis, I think it is. Yes, Isis. As in the Greek goddess Isis, you know, before the name was taken. The card of unstinting affection and highest sacrifice. This card signifies an expansion of your capacity to be selfless. Love comes effortlessly, but a hard-won art of devotion gets learned day after day as we put others first. Isis, the Egyptian goddess known as the Mother of Life, affirms the life-giving promise of devotion. This card embodies a devotion that reassures without mockery, listens without judgment, and gives without expecting anything in return. Fortified by this dedication, you can overlook flaws and attitudes that threaten to erode your affection. You can extend comfort and forgiveness, especially when they seem undeserved. Your devotion fills the hearts of your beloveds, but also your own. Though herein lies the rub. Sometimes devotion devolves into unhealthy obsession. It becomes a way of fulfilling our own need to be needed, our deep-seated hunger for approval. With devoted made sustainable, you will have more energy to intuit the language of love that speaks to your family, your child, your loved ones. Snuggles, endearments, food, find a gesture that conveys your love and loyalty. Let the path of devotion be your work. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss those you love. Your task is to find the right one and then offer it with a pure heart. All right, so devotion. And I'm going to extend that not only to the people that you love, but to yourself too.